Hello, Nichols Mustangs. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you have logged on, and it's going to be a wonderful day. Listen, a couple things I want to straighten out for you, and this is really particularly for those that are with Mr. Graham's class or Miss Torrance's classes. It does appear that you are now assigned to me. There's only one major class, and I need you to understand that you are still with Mr. Graham. You have the only thing that has changed is that everything is in right now in one course stream, and that was because we needed a way to be able to assign you the curriculum, and as it was before, we couldn't do it that way. So now it's in a manner where it looks like everybody is together, but in actuality, you still do have your own class. And even in teams or in student self-serve, those of you that were with Mr. Graham, it will show my name. But you are still in Tech 1 with Mr. Graham. I'm sorry, Tech 2. Tech 2. You're in Tech 2 with Mr. Graham and not necessarily in my class. So I just need you to understand that. So those of you, after we finish with what we're doing today, you will still go to Mr. Graham's Zoom. Again, you will go to Mr. Graham's Zoom so you can speak with him and then deal with whatever he has for you. But you will not do, we will not be having Zoom. Unfortunately, I apologize. We will not be having a Zoom today with Mr. Taylor. So Mr. Taylor's classes, whom you have been with me from the beginning, will not be having a Zoom today. But you will, all of you, my class and Mr. Graham's classes, will have a quiz today. It's a 20-question quiz that you're going to have to take. So hopefully you have prepared for that, or that I believe that you will be prepared because you have all the information that you need. It's going to talk about copyright. So how long can a copyright last? Copyright lasts a person's lifetime plus 70 years. There are no trick questions. Just read it carefully and answer them. We've got a couple of questions about Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. Some information about computers and their technology. So just understand that after we finish, it's everything that we have done this week. That's all it's on. So you'll be okay. No surprises or anything. So what do you think would happen if we didn't have computers at all? Because computers really run everything. The watch that you may have, if it's an Apple Watch or a Samsung Galaxy, those are computers. And if you went through a lesson on the other day, they are huge. Computers started out filling complete rooms. And if you've seen Tech Lab number 1, you take 2 or 3 of those rooms, one computer would fill that room. And now you have computers that are on your watch or on your wrist. So they get smaller and smaller. Your cell phone is a computer. So computers run so many different things in our lives. So what I want you to do right now is we're going to take a look at this video. And when we start the video, I just want you to take a look at it. And I'll come back at the end and we'll have a conversation, you and I. And then we will release you to go throughout the rest of the course that needs to be done. And again, my class, Mr. Taylor's class, will complete on to the quiz, and Mr. Graham's class will Zoom with him if that is what he has assigned for you to do on today. But in any event, let's take a look at this video because it's very interesting about how computers have a big impact upon our daily lives. Here we go.
What are computers to you? How do they affect you? It might not seem like it, but they affect a lot of your life in ways you don't really realize. Today I'm going to show you how much of your life you depend on electronics.
I was 13 when I first got access to a computer. My parents bought me a Macintosh in 1984 when I was 8 years old. I was in 6th grade.
I learned to code in college. Freshman year, first semester, intro to computer science.
I wrote a program to play tic-tac-toe.
I think it was pretty humble beginnings. I think the first program I wrote asked things like, what's your favorite color? Or how old are you?
I first learned how to make a green circle and a red square appear on the screen.
The first time I actually had something come up and say, hello world, and I made a computer do that. It was just astonishing. Learning how to program didn't start off as wanting to learn all of computer science or trying to master this discipline or anything like that. It just started off because I wanted to do this one simple thing. I wanted to make something that was fun for myself and my sisters. And I wrote this little program and then basically just add a little bit to it. And then when I needed to learn something new, I looked it up either in a book or on the internet and then added a little bit to it.
It's really not unlike kind of playing an instrument or something, or playing a sport. It starts out being very intimidating, but you kind of get the hang of it over time.
1, 2,
31 hours a week? That's 4.5 hours a day. That's too much time online.
It's an office that doesn't look like one. Free snacks. Free meals.
This is where Google, people that work for Google, this is where they work.
Plus, places to play music. And every other amenity that you think of.
So, let me cancel that, stop that, because, okay. Anyway, computers run everything that we do. And life without computers would be very drastic. And especially for you all now, because you all are so heavily dependent upon this little puppy right here, which is your phone, your cell phones, and you are so dependent upon these things. And we know that because when we get to class, you all are so busy on your phone, social media, the different sites that you're on are just a requirement for your life. And that's understandable. It's just the times that we live in. And so all this week we dealt with the American geniuses, Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, and the conflict between them. And the conflict really dealt with copyright laws and fair use and those kinds of things. So we talk about computer technology and we talk about all of those. And all of that is what you're going to do your quiz on. Woohoo! I know you're glad. You're welcome. You are welcome. You're welcome. You don't even have to thank me, because I'm glad to provide this for you, and give you the opportunity to show to me that all of the work that I did in creating those classes is not in vain. And so you're going to prove to me that you studied hard, because I know you did, and that you learned the information. I received so many emails from many of you, and I know it was a class assignment. I know it was, but I felt like your comments were heartfelt. And so you told me that you were learning a lot and that you were so proud and happy to get the information. So what I want you to do is show me that you have gotten the information. And I know that you can. Listen, make sure that you're continuing to log into each one of your classes at the time you're supposed to log into them. Make sure that you are taking attendance, or that you're taking your attendance quiz and doing what you're supposed to do. And after you've done that, today you'll take your quiz. There is a separate quiz that you'll take, and then you'll be done for the rest of the day. For at least for me, you will be, and you go on to your other classes. So thank you all so much. I appreciate you. When you get done with your quiz, go ahead and submit it, and then you'll be done, and you can move on to the next thing. Enjoy the rest of your day, and more importantly, enjoy your weekend. Y'all take care. Thank you so much.